target CPA and target ROAS are bidding strategies that I use all the time. So you can see them in here. Basically how it works is this is maximize conversions and this is maximize conversion value. And to set your targets, you just check this box on each of them. So how they work is target CPA is going to try to get you sales at a certain CPA goal. Target ROAS is going to try to get you sales at a certain ROAS goal. Now, the names of these bidding strategies, like in the platform, in the user interface, they used to actually be called target CPA, target ROAS. They've started consolidating this and it's changed a little bit. I still use those names though. So if you don't really see them in the selections here, don't worry too much about it. This is just what I still call them. These are what my naming conventions are built on. And you can see you can even access them in the older menu, and they're called something totally different. So it's a little strange, but basically how these work is maximize conversions and maximize conversion value, like we talked in the last video. These will spend your daily budget, and these will try to get you the most sales possible from a conversions perspective or a revenue perspective. Target CPA or target ROAS are going to try to get you sales at a certain level of efficiency that you select. So with CPA, right, like a lower CPA is usually good. It usually means you're making more money. And with ROAS, higher ROAS is usually good. It usually means you're making more money. So the tricky thing with these is if you try to get too much efficiency and you almost try to get a little greedy with it, the campaigns just stop spending. So what I do is when I switch from maximize conversions to one of these, I usually set an efficiency of like one of the ad groups that's giving me the highest CPA. So I'll set the whole campaign at that. And just to look at an example real quick, we're going to go over scaling more later, but like for this, I might set the CPA for all the ad groups at like $45 because that was the CPA here, or the ROAS at like 0.75 if I'm using target ROAS. And that way, like what'll happen is I won't risk the campaign just scaling itself down to 0. And over a few weeks, I can slowly decrease my CPA or increase my ROAS to become more profitable. So I might slowly move this towards like a 30 or a 25 and slowly increase this to a 1 or a 2. And then basically get it to the point where I have the efficiency that I want at like the highest scale I can possibly get. So that's a little bit of a teaser into scaling and how you might set budgets. But basically with this stuff, it just depends, because with maximize conversions or maximize conversion value, you only have one thing you need to adjust, and that's the total budget. But with target CPA or target ROAS, you now also have to adjust the daily budget, because sometimes what happens is you end up not spending the whole budget. If your efficiency is good, your sales funnel is good, like you're able to sell more product, sometimes you may hit a cap. This happens commonly when Facebook scales up because they're doing really well. Your Google account will just start to spend more at the same efficiency. And if you don't increase that budget, you'll actually cap it and miss out on a lot of sales. This happens a lot during sales like Black Friday. So we'll talk more about holiday scaling later. But essentially, when it comes down to these bidding strategies like target CPA, you have to adjust your target, and you have to adjust your target CPA or target ROAS for efficiency, and also be mindful of your budget. So these are a little tricky to work with, but you get used to it. It starts to make sense. In the next section, I'm going over scaling and budgets, and a lot of this stuff will start to tie together.